Um, I don't know where it's at. Where'd it go?
Okay, I
Oh no,
think
it's
we are
there.
ready. Whenever you're here.
Oh, let me get a juice box.
It
I know it.
juice or
I still.
juice?
I think I'm gonna put it on Rumble. No, well, I'll let fate decide.
Okay.
It decided already we played 2 freaking drop shots.
Drop shot's fun
Right.
if
It
we're
is
winning.
fun, but there's a lot of, it's like, you
Yeah,
have
I'm
to be a
not
lot more
into
concentrated.
Was that what that was?
Oh, maybe I'll send it now. I might as well while I'm, you know, standing here. The Capri Sun looks like in Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah, the Capri Sun tournament looks like in Among Us.
That was so close to putting Among Us on his cap.
I'm gonna leave my door open so that, like, I don't have to open it while I'm looking at food. But, I mean, fine, Luke. Yeah, fine. I mean,
That's good. That's good.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen either of my roommates almost at all. Like,
They were just out of the room.
well, no, it's not that, it's that everyone's working.
Oh yeah.
We all have weird
Oh, whoops.
schedules.
Why did I go in the...
And, like, my one friend is, like, I live with, one of the guys I live with is somebody I went to school with and worked with. But he's kind of at times aloof. So, I'll message him, like, this is maybe when we, like, when I was at home or whatever. And I message him and it would be like, I'd hear nothing. Even though I knew he wasn't, like, doing anything, you know. I hear absolutely nothing. So,
By the way, are we ready to search?
Yeah, sorry. I should have said that. My bad.
Yeah. Carry on.
But yeah, no, my friend, he can be a little aloof at times where I don't know what he's doing and where he even is. So, and then like, both are fine, the other one's fine, you know, so. I think I've only seen him probably a total of 15-20 minutes, so.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why, like, additionally, I would like to live with, like, probably more social friends in the future, if I can, because that way I'm doing more and hanging out with more people, you know?
You need a
What, Luke?
roommate in Alabama. Only for 3 months. I mean, 2 weeks. Oh wait, what am I saying? 2 months.
Like, 2 months, and 2 weeks.
Just right.
Okay.
Uh,
That's it.
I'll
Next
try
round,
that.
we're definitely doing Rumble.
Thank you.
almost busy for hours.
My grandfather texted me and I completely missed it. Probably because we were doing a Roblox cart ride or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what it was? It was when
It's
I
like, this
was
is an
playing-
urgent message. Respond
No, it's
immediately.
not. It's essentially like, I sent him my stories, and he's asked him, and he's like, that looks great, like, he asked me a question, and, then
Did
he's
he
like,
did he say anything about like, I fought a real bear? Like, this is not how you do it.
no, I mean, I guess there's some bears where he was, I don't know, but, I don't know,
New York.
well, he was,
Or no.
like, well, no, he was in New York, he was in Syracuse, which is central New York, so, like, when he was younger, so, and then he went over to, like, my grandfather was actually in the army for 3 years,
Oh dang.
2.5 years, he went to, well, he did the
The real
6 months,
bears.
he did the 6 months at, like, you know, at camp or whatever they do, the whole army training
Not that he
stuff.
doesn't need it anymore. You could have it.
and then he did 2 years in West Germany. So
Whoa.
yeah, that's when there were 2 Germanys.
You should have rubbed in that they lost the war.
That was I don't know how often. That's the thing. Because he told me something about when he was over there, but I don't know how often he was like in around like actual German citizens. You know?
Yeah,
I
he's probably at the like an embassy or well,
He was
what
at
am
a-
I saying? Like
he was in a military base.
yeah, military base. That's right.
Yeah, one of the army.
Not an
bases.
embassy.
No, I knew what you meant. He wasn't an embassy, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Is that it?
Oh.
Hours. Bruh.
But yeah, no, he was in the army, then he went to the FBI. He was gonna go back to the army. He wanted to go when Vietnam started. But my grandmother didn't want him to go to Vietnam. So,
Yeah.
because they had gotten married. They either got married, or I can't remember off the top of my head right now. They either got married right before he went to the army, or right after he came from the army. So they were engaged. I know if they weren't married when he left, I know they were engaged at least. And then, I believe I had heard that all of my grandfather's friends that signed up that he served with that signed up to go to Vietnam, these weren't like the forced ones because they had already been in the service or whatever.
Yeah.
But all the ones that he was friends with, they died in Vietnam. Yeah. So,
That was like a super.
that was like a what?
Super brutal war.
Oh yeah, no, it was. They didn't know what they were doing in Vietnam.
I don't know.
And they didn't know the terrain, they didn't know anything. They were just there. They thought just yeah, they killed more Vietnamese than Vietnamese kill Americans, but man, did that war do numbers on the American, morale and psyche.
Yeah,
You know?
The sad part is when everyone came home, they were treated as like villains.
Oh yeah, it was one of the it was the war that was viewed the worst by the American public.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've had, I know, Afghanistan and Iraq weren't, no one loved them, but they weren't, the people that served over there weren't treated like they did something wrong by going there, you know?
Right.
And so that, same with, I know, the Gulf War. Because I had some, family that went over there for that. My mom said one of her cousins went over there, and he was like, if I never see sand again, I'll be happy. You know? Because the Middle East is just sand, desert, all that. But, no, all the people in...
Hopefully he doesn't live in Florida.
No, they live in, I believe, Jersey, I believe.
Oh yeah, you won't see any sand there.
No, I mean,
They got the concrete beaches.
Really crappy beaches, yeah. That are on the river, not even on the ocean. Well, I guess they got the ocean front that's half gambling, half ocean. But
You said half gambling?
there is gambling
What I heard.
in Jersey, yeah. A lot. It's there is, Jersey's probably, outside of Vegas, the place where there's the most gambling set up in the state. So nice.
Second goal I didn't mean to get. Okay.
So your guys' ping was at one point it was at 200 something.
I know, it's
I
horrible.
feel it. Dude, the thing is, every match starts out amazingly smooth with butter, and it gets worse.
Yeah, dude.
Is it
Does
just
not get better.
is it just because you're on your computers or something?
I don't know, bro.
I'm pretty sure, maybe the way our computers work or the Wi-Fi or something is...
Are you further away from the Wi-Fi when you're on your laptops or whatever?
Not really.
I mean, I'm literally on the other side of my room.
Where is the Wi-Fi in your house? It's the actual unit.
The big
It's in our
TV.
front room,
Yeah.
so I mean, like, there is a wall in between me and it, but
It's not full
How's
right
smooth
now.
right now? Okay, now it's
Well-
bad. Oh,
But yeah, no. Well, the Wi-Fi at home is in my father's room. So I'm like a room away from it, you know.
James, are you gonna fight in the Wi-Fi wars
What are you talking about? A Wi-Fi war?
30 years from now?
Well, I don't want to fight it anymore, period.
period.
Are you gonna be on the Android side, or are you gonna be on the human side?
Oh, this. No comment? I don't
Do you
know.
care for
Have you guys-
Android rights?
Have you guys seen the whole, like, 100 men versus one gorilla?
What the? That sounds like a
have not-
Mr. Beast video.
I've seen people make memes about that, yeah. No, and somebody set up this question. Could 100 people, 100 men, beat one gorilla?
Wasn't it no? I feel like
Well-
it was like a tiger or something.
The tiger's the one that you're thinking of, because it was like, can you pull a rope, and they could not pull the rope over the tiger or whatever.
Dude, oh my.
I just wanted to give you some points.
Oh, thanks. So yeah, it was the tiger that you're thinking of. But no, this is a new one, the gorilla one is a new one. So, what do you think? Can 100 men beat one gorilla?
Yes,
Why?
because it's 100 men.
At what?
Oh yeah, true. Just like beat it up.
Like, okay. No, not like beat it up. Like, would the 100 men be able to, kill the gorilla, like, with their bare hands? They don't have weapons. Or would the gorilla kill all the people?
Nah, definitely men win. Because power numbers. And
Is it
men are
really though?
basically gorillas.
No, that sucks.
Did I at least get the question right?
I don't know. There's not like a right or wrong answer. People are mixed on the opinion. Like they're mixed on whether or not it's like I've seen people that work around animals that say, yeah, people would win. Other people that work around animals say no, the gorilla would win.
Like 100 people though. Crazy. I
Also,
don't know.
like the pure strength. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not an animal expert.
I might know.
I mean, I'm on the human side for that.
Well, yeah, same, but I don't know whether or not that would actually end well or not.
Oh snap. Dude, just close. Just like high black hearts.
The kiss you black hearts.
Piss of
Man,
black.
we're going so much faster than normal that I'm like in the middle of typing my message and I can't even finish the message. Cause the queue's so swift.
Whoa. What? I went in and out of mine.
I can't believe we're gonna all be in different places. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, this summer.
Yeah.
That is pretty nuts. Bruh. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why dogs don't move away so bad.
Okay.
Dang.
That's a cool explosion. I haven't seen it before.
Master. Master. Dom's pulling out his hoodie.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy all of us in different places. So. Also, Dominic, you're gonna be in a different time zone.
True.
You're gonna be an hour behind us.
Dom's gonna be time traveling.
Which means, well, Luke, that means you can get on later.
Yo, that's so true.
Like, you can stay on later if the rare nights where we do stay on later, he can stay on later if he doesn't have anything the next day.
Dom has no excuse not to.
Well, other than
No way.
work. Oh my god.
Yes!
Yes,
Dom,
sir.
you're a genius.
I was so worried about what I'm going.
Dom's genius is showing. Take the long way to go. Take the long way.
Sorry, I'm like so close to finishing my message. I got like one more thing I gotta answer from him. So I'm waiting
You're good.
until the next time it
Well.
pauses.
Yeah. Yo!
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my god!
That was the first one!
That was like, I see that coming from a mile away. Aw, win.
But your mother's like, oh, when I talked to him and just him, I thought I was gonna talk to Naughty, my grandmother was calling Naughty. Because my cousin couldn't say grandma when she was little, so we just called her some different name. It's funny. But anyway, I didn't
Dom
talk
couldn't
to
say
both.
when we were younger.
I didn't talk to both of them. I just talked to my grandfather, and so my grandfather was like, well, among other things, one of the things he said was like, James, you should go to bed at like, I don't know, I didn't say it like 11. I'm like, that's not even gonna be, like, I didn't say it, but I'm like, that's not even gonna be teachable most nights. Like, I haven't finished everything I need to do by the end of the night. Oh, I hit that in. Because it's froze, so I'm just trying to hit it away from him. My bad.
No, you're good. Dom couldn't say toaster really like it.
Toaster.
Thought I'd throw out that random fact. He always used to say toaster. Like Dom's toaster.
Toasty?
Yeah.
I feel like you're making this up.
No. No lie.
Oh my.
Bruh.
What's all? That's crazy. I also looked up to get my power up.
Without this hoodie strings.
Oh, sorry, Dominus.
Yo,
Go James.
I died and lost it.
No James.
Oh! I thought it was almost in line, and then it just kind of kept moving.
Was it lazy?
But like, I saw something today, and maybe I'll follow up on it tomorrow, because maybe no one will have done it yet. But I saw something today in like the inbox, like in my inbox on my email, and it was like some sports story, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do that, so I have sports stories, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm
you
gonna
can
ask.
put that on your resume.
Yeah, because I'm gonna ask tomorrow, I'll be like, hey, like, if can I do this today so that we have this off? Little does he know that I'm trying to build out my stuff so that, you know, I can take it later.
Yeah.
Because honestly, my goal is to get a bunch of articles out so people I know how to write. And then hopefully get something else by home, or like, because I've seen mixed things. Basically, I got kind of, there were people that I went to school with that got like, oh wow, that were able to like just immediately, like they had an internship with one of the jobs, one of the stations, like near school, or a part-time job. And so then that benefited them is that when they graduated, they were able to like go somewhere like better initially, you know, like market size or whatever. And so I didn't get that. Although I'm in like the 51st or 55th market in the country, which is still pretty good. Um, but obviously being at or near home would be nice,
Hmm.
closer than I am. Ideally, at least I see that now. Obviously, we'll see how this goes. I am. I mean, I'm very close with my family, so it would be nice to be home and see, like, just be there. Um, if it works out.
For sure. No way. Back in the Aquadome.
Aquadome.
Um, so I'll probably like not initially, but I'll probably start applying for like sports stuff again, like sometime next year.
Hmm. Did you say you have like a
'Cause
contract for a year or
I
something?
do, but basically, yes, but basically what it is,
Yeah.
I can break it because, well, one, really what it is they don't want you to go to a news station sorry, I thought that was gonna miss. My bad.
Voice
I
of
thought that
Mace.
was,
So I'm
basically,
sorry.
they don't want me to go to a station in Fort Myers, Naples. They want me to, they want me to stay there,
Oh, it's a conflict of interest thing, or like
Well, and
don't help the competition.
essentially, it's a non-compete clause. They don't
Hmm.
want you to leave to go to another station in the area. And there's like 4 or 5 other ones.
Stop
So,
you from going
like,
anywhere else.
But if you were to get
what?
another job, you wouldn't want to stay in the area.
Well, one I can't, stay in the area. So, after my contract is over, in addition to like the in addition to the whole thing I said about like there's a contract, I'll explain how I can get out of it. But in addition to that, after that you have an extra year where you cannot work in the market at
Can't
all.
work on your birthday?
You can't work in the market. So I cannot work in Fort Myers or Naples or anything in news at all. For a year after. But I already told, like, I mean, I've talked to my parents,
Whoa.
I don't want to. Uh, that's a cool goal animation. Um, but yeah, basically, you can't work in the market for a year after your contract.
Bruh.
Uh, I wouldn't anyway, because, I mean, there's just not as much stuff here, and not as much, like, of what I want to do. Because, like, dang. Because, like, obviously I want to do sports. They don't really have, I mean, they have sports, it's, like, very, it's minor league sports. So, that's not what I mean, yeah, I do it, but that's not, the, we have minor league sports in Tampa, Tampa St. Pete. So, I'd rather even Bradenton, Sarasota, Lakeland. So, I'd rather just go home if I was going to do that. So, we'll see, basically, I have a contract, yes, but it's really more about the competing thing, because they don't want you to go to another station, that's why they have the contract. If that wasn't a thing, they wouldn't care, because it doesn't impact them, that much in the grand scheme of things. So, because they'll just go hire somebody else. But basically, the idea, I thought I was doing a good thing there, and then not work. My bad. The idea is that they would have to, if they got rid of me early, they'd have to pay me a lot more than you would. They couldn't just fire me like a normal company could. So I guess I have an extra bit of job security. But other than that, there's really no difference. Like, they can go after you if you tried to go to like another news station in the area. But if you left the area, you're no longer competing with them, you know? So it doesn't really affect them. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, basically, from my understanding, because I run into this stuff a lot, is because you could pay, but you can also leave, and like, they don't, typically speaking, they don't go after you, because it's like, you're not, you have no, especially if you leave, like, if you're not going to another station, well, one in the area, or working in the area, but two, if you don't go to, if you are, if you go into like a completely different field, or not field, well, field, yes, but if you also go to like a, let's say I work for a sports team, that's not even like, that doesn't even affect them, you know? So, it would be relatively speaking pretty easy to get out of it. But it is like, not free. It is guaranteed employment. But I wouldn't leave unless I had something lined up, you know? Or my contract is over. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, that's a synopsis. So yes, I have more like stipulations than if I was to leave. But it's not as bad as people think. It's just, a lot of people that are like, they're journalists, they want to like, they want to get into, they want to like climb the ladder of journalism, like news station, like, positions and whatever. I don't. I'm using this to get into sports, you know? So,
Yeah.
I'm not looking to get into it. I'm not looking to stick around and climb the ladder of news positions. I
You're just
want
climbing the corporate ladder.
I want to get the, I want to get my experience so that I can count.
It's the same reason I'm doing my thing.
Uh-huh.
Is literally just a resume item that I have
Yeah.
work experience, job experience for next summer.
What are you doing next summer?
Hopefully an internship.
You're saying that's, yeah. Well, internships are meant to do that. The jobs I don't think are, unless you know what you want to do. A lot of people just have general ideas of, I want to work in this industry, not really specifics. I know exactly what I want to be doing. I want to be a sports writer, or a sports reporter, or sports analyst. I want to be in sports. I don't want to be in regular journalism. I know what I want to be. I would even do like sports communications, because at least that's in the realm. You're writing for a team. You get paid to write for a team. You get paid to go to games. What better can you get from that? For what I want to do, you know? Like, you know my interests. If I'm not playing Xbox with you guys, or out somewhere, I'm watching sports. You know?
And a Canadian would say, out and about.
But yeah, so
Oh
oh boy. You're right.
I thought, honestly, I thought we were still blue, and I was like, okay, whoever that is instead of your. Okay, anyways, yeah.
I'm finishing my text. Finally. Oh, I just sent it finally. So, but yeah, I know exactly what I want to do. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are like, I'll do whatever grimy job I have to do to get there. I won't, because I know I'm good enough at what I do, and I just need the time, and not actually like, here, let's do this random position and this random position. Nice job, Tom.
Thanks.
Dude, for real, you dodged.
But yeah, no, this is good because, you know what, even if I didn't get a sports position immediately, I will be able to have on my resume, look at all these stories I did, and then all this other stuff. So then I will be more, it will be more likely that places in Tampa want me. Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton, Sarasota. Because those are higher markets.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be more likely that they'll want me if I stayed in news. Just because of the fact that dang, I stopped it and it still went in. Just because of the fact that you now have, like, a reputable name attached to your resume, you know. Because, like, yeah, it's cool that you did what you did in college, but they want, like, real-world work experience more. And, like, once you get that first job, so, or after you get that first job, so, to work in a medium-sized market and, like, you know, hopefully I'll be able to do some sports stuff, I don't know, but I'm hopeful. Because I know what I want to do, so that's the goal. And I'm gonna...
Yeah.
What was?
I want to see your resume versus Dom's in 4 years. Oh, the difference between like a PhD, like scientist versus like you know a
Yeah.
journalist
Yeah, well, what's funny
with a lot of
is, like,
story. You know, like just it would be interesting to see like
oh, like the differences.
how you tailor
Nice.
them.
Oh, like how you appeal to people in your resume, like what you point out you've done. Yeah.
Because Tom's gonna be pointing out like the research versus
Yeah,
like,
whereas mine is like the output of content and the quality of content and like the analytics. Like, I've already had a story be number 2 in a day, which is crazy. Like the second best story in a day. And I've only been there for 6 days. What the heck? These guys are just so good. They're
Yeah,
like,
man.
very talented. But yeah, so there's certain things that I gotta do and I gotta like look out for. Per se, like the thing with me is like I can point out like, okay, these stories did really well, the analytics did really well. We had this many people download the app or whatever, or use the app or whatever, so stuff like that. So, live streams,
you'd be like the stories I wrote did the
well,
Or my
that's what I did in my resume for the sports. What I did, I was like, obviously I do it differently. I wouldn't just say like I am best at place, but it's like I was like, okay, so what's a good way to do this? And what I did was like, for that I was like, I measured it by like, okay, we published the most stories that we had in like, for sports in like, well, I don't know, like 7, 8 years, something like that, and they were like longer stories. Because the ones from 7, 8 years prior were short stories, like 100 words and stuff like that. So, nice.
yes, sir.
So, and then I bragged about the fact that I set up all the interviews, like that was my thing. And basically what I was bragging about in this is like, you know, like I already know what I would write about. It's like, okay, here's stories I wrote, the analytics as well, for, you know, stories consistently. Something else that I thought I could write in my resume already was like, you know, something along the lines of like the fact that I have what is the word? Oh, that basically, even if it's not my story, I'm the one that keeps the operation going. Because I post all the stuff, you know? That's part of
Oh,
my
you got
job.
like just
What was?
you got Disney management skills
Kind of. I mean, and
without
it's
taking.
yeah, it's certainly that realm. Oh, it's so close to joining. It's certainly that realm. It's definitely
You give Kelvin a
operational
run
skills.
for sure.
Like I know how to operate things and how to organize things and how to do stuff like
What
that.
the
So
heck?
wow, nice.
Dude, I feel like I'm
Yeah,
going. I move completely forward and then I take a right turn. Like, I strafe
Yeah.
right while moving forward.
it's
It's
like
so
we're
weird.
fighting the lag.
Oh, you are fighting a lag. 100%.
Outside being against you.
But yeah, no, I am, I'll be able to write about a lot. I'm hopeful, because I've already written, here's what I've written about in, like, 6 days. I wrote about, this, this London guy for burglary. Wrote about somebody winning the lottery, and the nice job,
Dude,
winning
you
the
put
million
all this
dollars.
already?
Yeah,
Thanks.
winning $1 million in the lottery. I wrote about bear attacks during and after the first fatality in Florida history from a bear. I wrote about what else? I wrote about you. Which I don't love it because I'm not, even though I know a lot about it, I know people are sensitive about it, like one way or the other. I wrote about like U.S. immigration stuff, like operations, which I've just been writing it like the news, you know? But I didn't share it with anyone because my whole thing is, I know people get all bent out of shape both ways about it. So I don't need people like family or whatever to read it, you know? Um,
It's
Right.
cause
something you
I'm
had to
just,
do.
yeah, and well, I didn't have a choice. It wasn't like, oh, would you like to do this? It was, hey,
Yeah.
can you do this? And it's like, what am I gonna say? No.
Right.
Um, so, excuse me, I, so yeah, that's when I wrote about that, which, I mean, big deal that I wrote about it, it's just, and I'll put it on resumes, I'm just not sharing it with people,
But yeah.
like,
Oh,
with, like,
amazing.
family and whatever, I'll share it with people that know how media works, but, like,
Mhm.
a lot of people get, like, I had family, both sides of my family, my dad's side is more Republican, my mom's side is a more mix, um, so I
Yeah.
had both sides that were like, I hope you don't write, like, about politics, which this isn't politics, it's like actual factual information.
Right.
But people conflate them all. They're all the same to them, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, so I'm not even getting involved in that can of worms of like sharing it with people. Nope, not at all. I know I wrote it. Uh, I'll probably send it to myself somewhere so I know. Like, I mean, I could find it pretty easily because it's like something leads to 1,200 arrests in a week. Joint, week-long joint operation, immigration operation leads to 1,200 arrests. So, big deal, but I don't want people to read it, like family.
Yeah.
Right.
Because depending on their opinion, they're not going to be happy.